Hey guys, it's Mark from Signature Camper Trailers and welcome back to another little review of a cracking camper trailer I've got sitting behind me. So what we've got sitting up here is our Iridium 15. So come for a walk with me as we walk through this camper trailer. I'll show you the storage internally, we'll show you the kitchen setup and all of the features and inclusions that come with this camper trailer. And you might just find it's the perfect camper trailer for you. So don't get distracted by that view because we're going to be walking around this camper trailer. So come on, let's check it out. It's hard to know where to start with this camper trailer because there's just so much built into it. But a big facet of all of our camper trailers is storage, and this one has it in absolute spades. So starting off with a massive fridge slide, so you can get a 95 litre dual zone fridge freezer easily into here, and you've still got space above the fridge for extra storage. So throw your solar panels on top of it, throw a table on top of it. Look at that, all that extra storage up there. Built into that fridge slide area, you've got a stack of power choices. So you've got two 40-volt power access, a double power point system up there. You've got Anderson plug connection, you've got twin cigarette sockets, you've got light switches, you've got a fan here for basically to keep the air circulating through that fridge box. You've got another vent at the bottom, all with dust proofing obviously. And then in the back there, you've got all of your batteries and all your electrical. We'll check that and add it in a minute as I show you what's up here. So if I slide that in here, have a look up here. You've got a massive amount of storage all up in there. So this is where all of your big long things, your fishing rods, your tent poles, all of the extra bits and pieces that are big chunky items, just slot that straight up into there. That's all, again, dust proofing. Every door's got dust sealing and compression locks and whatnot. You've got a couple of lights in there. And so, yeah, just storage plus. You've got a light out here, which makes, obviously puts the light all over your fridge slide area. And then around the front here, more storage. We keep talking about storage in all of our camper trailers and this one's absolutely no different. So a couple of massive toolboxes in here, all carpeted, all basically gas strut assisted, again automotive seals all the way around it and compression locks. So you got one here, one on the other side. You got two 20 litre jerry can holders. You got two 9 kilo gas bottles, gas bottle holders I should say, all built into the regulator. Which is basically plumbed up there, and then you've got the valve which basically picks and chooses which gas bottle you're going to be feeding from. So heaps of storage up the front here. Come and check this out. This is the front end of the camper trailer. So this is the working end obviously. You've got a handbrake for basically braking the trailer. I don't know. You've got then a level gauge, which is each way, so you can work out how to get the trailer all nice and level. You've got an Alco jockey wheel, and this can be upgraded to an ARC XO750 if you want, or any other kind of jockey wheel that you're looking at. You got your breakaway switch. You got the McHitch 3.5 tonne Uniglide coupler. These are an absolute magic piece of equipment. We absolutely love them, and there's a couple of videos we've got out on how they work and basically why we love them. But we can option this up with the Cruise Master DO35. So if that's your preference, let us know. No dramas whatsoever with that. You've got two safety chains and your breakaway system, which is breakaway systems needed on any trailer over 2 tonne, and that is basically a safety mechanism to stop the trailer in the event that it disconnects away from the car. You've got an Anderson plug here, which connects up to your car for charging all of your batteries, and then you've got your standard 7-pin plug, which is just here, which connects up to the car, and that controls all of your lights and has the basically has the electric brakes built into that system up there. So that's the front end. That's our working end. You've got a couple of giant big mud flaps to protect the area, stone guard protection, angled stone guards along the front here, and obviously your mesh screen. And basically just a beautiful looking front end. So we'll duck over there, have a look at the electrical components, we'll run through all of that, and then we might go for a scoot around the back end of the van. So guys, over here we've got all of the electrical components. What we do is we actually position this all up nice and high and right up the front end of the trailer, which gives you easy access, but it also utilises an area which otherwise you'd struggle to use. So basically you've got this big control panel here. That's got all of your breaker switches for all your different bits and pieces, big 50 amp breaker switches for all of your 12 volt power, and your 240 volt breaker switch for your 240 volt power. I'll explain when we get around the other end how the 240 volt works, but around the other side here is all of your extra components. So what we've got built into this is 3 100 amp hour deep cycle AGM batteries. They can be upgraded to full Energive lithium setups, and we do it all the time where we're doing a full upgrade of lithium. Lithium's fantastic technology and can strongly recommend it. We've also got in there the breakaway system, a 30 amp 240 volt charger, and a 2000 watt inverter. All built in, tucked up nicely in there, so it's out of the way but easily get access to if you ever have any dramas. So let's have a look down the driver's side of the camper trailer. You've got the other end of this storage box. Again, you've got another light in here. We've got a few bits and pieces in here. There's your lock for your McHitch, which comes with it. But you've got a manual override for the awning and stabilizer leg handle. You've got another light out here, which is basically just controlled from that electrical box. And then you've got a massive tool storage area. So if I pop them open, slide this open, you'll see here we've got a massive generator slide, which can be used for, if you haven't got a generator, anything. Remote control cars, tool bags, all the good fun stuff. A couple of big storage drawers in here, all carpeted, so all nicely protected, and another one up there. If you have a bigger barbecue or a bigger generator, you can actually remove these drawers, which gives you a lot more height. It's a really, really handy area for all just those little bits and pieces that we like to carry around. Power cords, hoses, all the fun stuff. In here is your toilet canister for your Thetford toilet. So basically the way that this works is we roll this out, and this is where all the toilet stuff is kept. Let's put that one back. Come down here and we'll check out the other end of this camper trailer. So you got a couple of bits and pieces here, all fairly simple, all fairly basic. What you've got here is your 15 amp site input for your 240 volt power. How this works is basically when you get to a caravan park or a friend's place or you're at home, you can plug a 15 amp extension cord into this little point here, and that'll set the whole van live. So that'll basically run through the breaker switch, and then you've got 240 volt power the whole way through the camper trailer. It'll turn on the 240 volt charger. If you've got an air conditioning system, it'll allow that to run and that to power. You've got a coaxial input there. So that's for your TV aerial. So we can option this up with a TV aerial, or if you get to a caravan park or somewhere else, you can actually just plug a portable aerial into that, or plug into the site aerial, and that'll give you obviously reception for your TV. What we've got here is your fill point for your water tanks. So this camper trailer is built with two 100 litre freshwater tanks. So what that means is you've got two tanks underneath the back here. Water goes into here, fills those tanks up, and then basically you can run the whole camper trailer off tank water. What you've also actually got here is a mains water connection point. What a mains water connection point means is that you basically connect your hose straight onto there, and then you can run the whole van off mains water. So say you're at the caravan park, plug your 240 volt in, plug your mains water in. You don't need to worry about filling the tanks up or running on solar panel or 12 volt power. You're basically going to be running the camper just like you would at home. I'll close that up. Over here, we've got an outdoor shower, and this is a hot and cold water system hot water shower. So I'll run through the hot water system when we get around to the kitchen, but in any event, this shower actually has hot water access as well. That'll get all your sand and your dirt and everything else off. So we'll close that one up and lock that one in place. You've got light, outdoor light for the shower area, and this is the flue for the hot water system. So basically, while we're here, let's talk about the hot water system. Or did I say that we were going to talk about it around the front? So the hot water system that's built into this particular camper trailer, and the same with our 13-foot, is called a Truma Ultra Rapid Gas gas electric system. How this actually operates is that the hot water system has a little tank in it, and it operates off 240 volt or gas, depending on whether you're off grid or you're plugged into 240 volt power. If you're plugged into 240 volt power, then the hot water system will fully run off that 240 volt, and you don't need to think about it. Basically, as long as it's flicked the right switch inside, your hot water is going to run straight off that. If you're off the grid, then you can run this hot water system off gas. So we've got the gas bottles at the front, that's plumbed all the way through the camper trailer to the hot water system, to the kitchen, to basically anywhere that you need gas. And you flick the switch inside, it'll ignite a pilot light, it'll turn the gas hot water system on, and the next thing you've got running almost instantaneous hot water using your gas system. So you got to take this off before you get that ignited, because that's where all the fumes and everything else come out from. So a real clever bit of kit. They're a great gas, they're a great hot water system. Can highly recommend them. And the water gets bloody hot, I tell you what. So let's duck around the back side. I'll show you how this all works, and then we'll go around the living area. So this particular hybrid is classed as basically it's got a fold-out mechanism. You can have a look at some of our other videos about how this all works, but effectively this whole back section folds out, which creates your big, huge bed area. So it's an oversized queen. All of this folds out. You've got windows that pop open, you've got blinds. This is all protected, so it's got dust sealing, waterproofing all the way around it. It's a real solid structure. It's all lockable. So our particular models, you can actually lock all this so people can't sort of open it up and break in. So that's all lockable as well. And then at the back here, you've got your 2 spare wheels. So all alloy wheels, mud terrain, low graded tyres. You've then also got a 50mm hitch for a bike rack. So you can hook a bike rack up onto the back of this. And all of this is gas strut assisted. So to lift the wheels and everything, very, very easy. You can basically lift them with a finger. So there's no doing your back in when you're trying to set up or pack up this, this little baby. So what's underneath the awning? Well, obviously it's the heart of every good home, and it's a quality gourmet kitchen. So not only have you got a stack of prep area and workspace area, you've got this fold-out table, you've got all sorts of storage, you've got pantry system there, you've got a pantry drawer in here, but then you've also got this, it's very deep, carpeted, everything's beautiful. You've also got this full gourmet kitchen. So it is a cast iron 4-burner cooktop. You've then got massive sink, running hot and cold water, so the hot water system runs to the kitchen as well. You've got your gauges here, you've got a light, you've got 12-volt and USB sockets, you've got breaker switches, you've got a dish rack, knife holder, you've got slide-out table, huge cutlery drawer, massive amount of space in that, and a carpeted second drawer for all the other bits and pieces that you want to put in there. So that's all nicely lined. You've also then got a light over here, but you can actually, if you don't want to use this 4-burner cooker, close this up. You've then got a stack more workspace area here. You can throw a barbecue on top of this. Basically still gives you a whole lot of working area that you can actually utilize. As I said, you've got that. And then finally, your gas connection is just a bayonet hose, which pops straight out the back and connects straight up to your bayonet fitting, which is just behind the camper trailer here. You probably notice I'm standing underneath a bit of shade here. So what we've got here is your fully electric roll-out awning. So basically, flick the switch inside, which is just inside the door here. This whole thing glides out on this little electric motors, legs drop down, and you're underneath the awning. What this particular camper comes with as standard is a fully enclosed annex setup, which means that you've got skirt along the front here, you've got walls that come all the way down the front here over the fridge slide area, you've got anti-flap kit on the awning, you've got wall all the way along the front and walls all the way along the back, and a floor that comes included in it. So this becomes a fully enclosed living area, which if you're staying somewhere for a couple of nights and it looks like the weather's going to be a little bit foul, or you just need a little bit more sleeping area for the kids and whatnot, creates a beautiful base camp. So let's come and check out inside and see what else this camper trailer's got to offer. So guys, this is the entranceway into our little oasis, our little home away from home. So got grab handle here, that way you can let yourself nice and gently into the camper trailer, especially if you've had a few shandies on the of that evening. You got a nice fly screen door, so you disconnect that and you can close this one up, and that leaves you still plenty of airflow. We'll pop that one back out for the moment. You've then got your electrical control panel, which includes an audio system, which has got Bluetooth, USB, FM radio, CD player, and that's actually got outdoor speakers attached to it as well as the indoor speakers. So you've got a speaker here and a speaker in there, and then you've got 2 speakers out on the body of the camper trailer. What we've done recently, as of this year, is we've actually isolated the outdoor speakers from the indoor speakers, which means when you've got your favourite ABBA tunes pumping out in the background, you don't need to keep the neighbouring campsites awake at night. You can keep it a little bit muted and a little bit more down to earth. So guys, what else have we got here? Well, we've got light switches everywhere. We've got stacks more storage, so you've got big cupboard space all in here. Again, we're going on about storage, but we've got it's all carpeted, nice laminated floors. So what's up the front here that makes this little camper trailer your home away from home and live in a little bit of luxury? Well, you got heaps more storage, more lights, and a couple of little hidden features. So what we've got here is switch panel here with power points, cigarette sockets, so twin cigarette sockets up here. You've then got a heap of storage up in here. So this massive storage area all built into the top here, which is just, yeah, absolutely huge. So you can get a stack of stuff in there, close all of them up. You've then got more storage down under here, all nice laminate timber doors, again, all carpeted, and yeah, just beautifully presented and a great amount of space to store all of your bits and pieces. You've then got, obviously your cupboard space in here, which feeds all the way through, so more storage under there. You've got key hooks in there, and little hidden feature about this camper trailer, you got an inbuilt sink. So mirror, hot and cold water, sink, little prep area. You got your power points. You can set up a kettle, get a jug going of a morning if you want to make yourself a cup of tea. Otherwise, you know, great for brushing your teeth, washing your hands, and all the other little bits and pieces. So yeah, that comes in really handy. Don't need that. Look at all that workspace that you got to play with. So over this side of the van is actually a full ensuite, massive ensuite area. So we open the nice glass door up. You've got your 10-foot toilet. You've got a hot and cold water shower, massive amount of area in here. And even better, you got a little fan, you got a little light, but you've got a roof mounted holder for your shower head. That's a new feature that we've only done recently. Normally on most models, your head's going to be down low, right down here because of the pop top function. This gives you head height, showering capabilities, so you get wet all over. It's a completely sealed room. It's all fiberglass fittings, and you've got a shower screen, which is basically comes in very handy if you want to block the whole area off. Righto, so what's unique about the 15 foot over the 13 foot? Well, ultimately it comes down to this middle section of the camper trailer, and what you end up with is this dinette seating area. So you've got a big table, which is plenty of room to sit in here and have a meal, play a game of cards, read a book. This table actually drops down, and you've got a cushion infill, which then creates a big couch area or a second bed. And what we can install is a bunk overhead as well. So if you've got little ones and you want to bring them with you, then let us know, and we can actually install a bunk overhead of this dinette seating area, which gives you, basically turns it into a 4-berth camper trailer. Right guys, I know what you've been thinking. Where is all the storage in this camper trailer? Well, I found some more. Check this out. What you've got in here is you've actually got hanging space in there, so you can put your best formal wear for a night around the campfire, all nicely tucked up in there. You've got 4 carpeted and lined shelves, so basically all your knickknacks, your underpants and socks and shirts and thongs all go in nicely tucked up in there. You've then got more storage underneath here. I know, it's all about the storage. So what you've got in here is a couple more shelves, 3 shelves, 2 of them lined, 1 of them unlined, which means you can throw your shoes and everything else up underneath there. And that's all secured in there with this nice big bench space area. So you can put your magazines, anything else up here. So what's up this end of the camper trailer? Well, obviously you've got a nice big flat screen TV. You've got your control panel for your hot water system. So this basically controls whether you're running off gas or 240 volt. You've then got cigarette sockets. You've got USB sockets. You got your coaxial input for your TV, or coaxial connection for your TV. You got 240 volt sockets, nice big workbench. You've got fans built in, so you've got little fans that you can point in the direction of where they want to go. And sometimes a little bit of airflow is all you need at night time, just to get that heat off you. You've then got full surround 360 degree opening windows with midgie-proof screening all around it. You've then got windows everywhere, and all of these windows, basically, they open up and they lock into place. You've then got fly screens and block-out screens. How good's that? Coming down this end of the camper trailer, it's a massive bed. It's an oversized queen, which basically means it's bigger than a queen, not quite the size of a king. So you'll need king-size sheets for your brand new camper trailer. Generally, they're the best way to go. But anyway, what we've got is we've got magazine storage area here. You've got big windows all the way around it. You've got lights with dimmer switches. You've got reading lights at the back here, reading lights all the way down there. Lockable cupboard in here, so you can pull your valuables and lock them up nice and tight. Massive big bed. Look at the size of this thing. Even I fit in it. You've got your couch area here. You've got lined floors. You've got 240 volt power down there, 6 sockets down there, USB sockets as well. You've got storage, more storage underneath the seat. Guys, it's just all here. Come and check it out. So guys, thanks for coming and checking out our hybrid camper trailer. This is the 15 foot. We've also got the 13 foot with heaps that you would have seen on YouTube. They've been all around the place. You've seen them around. So come and check them out at one of our showrooms. So we're at Thornley, which is the head office. We're basically in most states, we're getting there if we're not already. So come and check out the showrooms. Come and check out the Iridiums. Couple of points. Weight, people always ask about the weight. The tear mass of this, which is the empty weight, is 2.2, just over 2.2 tonne. Your ATM maximum be loaded up to is 2850, so it's still under 3 tonne for this size off-road van. So let's check out some of the specs. You got 200 litres of fresh water, you got an 80 litre grey water tank, you got 300 amp hours of battery power, 240 volt charging, you've got a breakaway switch, you've got 2000 watt inverter, you've got full ensuite setup, oversized bed, you've got lights everywhere, fully enclosed electric awning with a fully enclosed annex, 2 gas bottle holders, 2 jerry can holders. It's just, check out the brochure. There is just so much packed in to this camper trailer. So you've got to come and check it out. Check us out online, www.signaturecampertrailers.com.au, 1300 935 400. Make sure you like, subscribe, and check out some of the adventures that we get up to with these camper trailers. Thanks, guys.